Hello, hello. It's time for Fishing Friends. What's up, everybody? It's Fishing Friends with Danny and Gina. I'm Danny,
I'm Gina.
and this is going to be another great episode. I hope you are in for some fun.
Yeah.
What's up, Sketty Nona? Coming in
Sketty.
early at
Sketty.
7:30, waving.
Oh, like really early.
Yeah, you're a half hour
Richard.
early. Richard Reynolds is here. All those emerald raspberries that I got from you all, except for the one that was gone like right away. All the 9 remaining ones are still doing really good.
Oh,
That
good.
the betta in that tank is now like super fat. She's just getting so much food, but they're starting to get at the food. I've started like putting some of the nano pellets like with my fingers like in the water so it drops right away, and it just like falls too fast then, but then it's like kind of falls all into the moss and stuff, and they'll end up picking at it while it's in the moss, while the bed is kind of focused on the stuff that's all floating. So it kind of works.
So I don't know why, but I'm looking at like snow globes and stuff on the Bradford Exchange, and there's this one that it's like a lucky elephant. It's a green. It's green, so it caught my eye. But apparently, they don't come with a standard song. Like it says, each globe plays a different melody.
Hmm.
Who would buy a snow globe if you didn't know what song it played? That seems
Yeah,
silly. Who's
unless
paying who's paying $80 for mystery snow globes?
well, or do they all play like a random set of so many songs?
No,
Like
it says let's see.
Lady
Uh
Rorschach, what's up?
each globe plays a different melody and arrives with a matching poem card so you can carry luck with you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, so the snow
So
globe, so the
weird.
melody will, most likely somehow kind of go with the snow globe a little bit, or somehow,
Right.
I would guess. If you're buying a snow globe with the snowman in it, it probably is like a Frosty the Snowman sort of song or something.
Oh, unless it means like I think if there's a whole like I think there's different elephants maybe. So like the green one, all the green ones play the same one. Maybe all the blue ones play the same. Like
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. The wording is weird.
Yeah. That's how they get you.
$80 for mystery snow globe.
Mystery snow globe. Yeah.
I
So
don't know why. I just felt
this
like looking at all this
this
stuff.
post is just going nuts.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you can't quite see the front of it here. I gotta like
Shield your eyes.
shield.
Shield it.
It doesn't work. It's just
No.
like it's so big up front, and it's got a whole big bunch in the back too.
Nice.
And well, here, just a second. I believe this has a decently long cord, so let me kind of grab that. Not really.
You can kind of still see it. Watch. Oh, there you
There
go.
we go. Focus on.
There you go. Yeah, I think because you're from above, it's not catching. It's not washing out as bad. But you still make it out.
Below, above.
That's a lot
Yeah,
of pothos.
yeah. Uh,
Lady
and
Rorschach.
I got a little bit of the on the other side. There's a little bit of lime green, the neon green pothos. I mean, and
Oh.
I also have a little bit of that like Aristotle basil
Mm-hmm.
in there. So we'll see how that goes.
I haven't potted those black raspberries that you brought. They're still in the pots that you gave me, but I plan on putting those in a pot tomorrow.
Okay, so you're gonna do them in a pot? I was gonna say just put them in the ground.
I'm worried about runners because I'm terrible at keeping up with like weeds and stuff in my yard. I just feel
Well,
like if I put it in my
you
yard.
want runners.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, then I'll put it in the ground.
Yeah, you want it to spread out.
Oh, okay.
And so okay, so yeah, raspberries. It doesn't really. It doesn't grow like a bush. It's not like a shrub or anything like that.
Oh.
It's thorny vines, and so when it first starts to grow, it'll go straight up, and it'll get to about maybe 5-6 feet tall. Maybe not 6 foot tall. Probably about 4 to 5 foot tall, and
Mm-hmm.
then like it will like kind of just fall over, and it'll send out like stuff like that and all that too. So
Oh, see, I thought it was more like a bush, and then it would like make little bushlings and go nuts.
No, it's
Oh,
not going
okay.
to do that. But like after a while of it kind of spreading out, it will kind of send up little runners, and that's what I gave you was
One of the runners.
two and a half, like 3 little runners in there.
Oh, okay. Well, then I know exactly where I'm going to put it. Well,
Nice. Lady R ordered some of those emerald reservoirs. They're great little fish. I love them. As soon as I saw those on like a picture on Google, I was like, "Oh man, those fish are cool. I need to
they
get
are
some of
really
those."
cool.
And I had never seen them in person, and all of a sudden it's just like there they are, available for auction. I didn't even know you had them, Richard. And like this, it's cool that you. I had no idea.
But yeah.
Speaking of stuff that I didn't know that we had, I saw this article earlier.
Uh-oh.
And it wasn't today. I saw it probably Thursday, I think, and I saved it. Check this out. So in Plexico, Missouri, they have officially made a warning that they've found snakeheads.
Mm-hmm.
So they've issued like a kill on sight for snakeheads and stuff like that.
I knew they were in the Mississippi.
Yeah. So they haven't seen any since 2019. But yeah, this is the second northern snakehead ever spotted in the state, and the first since 2019. So yeah, there's snakeheads out there, and I don't know, like it says, kill them or whatever. But man, I if I actually caught one, like I don't.
You want to keep it?
Yeah.
Well, I think I think you can because they're not native. They just don't want you to put it back in the river. They probably wouldn't care if you kept it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, is it?
Can you eat them? Are they bony?
Is it? Or they would probably taste pretty good, actually. I don't
put
think
enough
they're
spices in the breading and you fry it. I'm sure it's good.
Well, yeah, anything tastes good if it's spicy and fried.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they. I don't think they're super bony. They can grow to 33 inches, so that's almost 3 feet. They got teeth, and they the cool thing is they can live out of water for up to 3 days if they can stay moist.
God. Yeah.
And they can breathe air.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
they don't have teeth. They have teeth.
Yeah.
They have teeth. Teeth on
Fish
teeth.
Fam Link is here.
Fish Fam Link. Actual Fish Fam Link or Fish Fam Link bot?
I don't know.
What did they say? Oh, hi Fish Fam. Okay, I think that's real Fish Fam.
I didn't know there was like a bot.
Yeah, there's like a bot that goes around. It's like, thank you all for supporting. Don't forget to leave a like. Thanks for support. Fish Fam supporting Fish Fam or something.
Oh, I thought he
words
was
and jargon
actually
and stuff.
doing that.
No, it's a bot.
Okay, well, I
Which
guess
is
I'm
cool.
all right with that.
Engagement.
Yeah.
Spreading the engagements.
As long as the AI does what it's programmed to do.
Right. Doesn't start just cursing people out.
Yeah.
My
I guess as long as I don't make the bot a mod, we're good,
yeah,
right?
right. Oh my god, start just banning people.
Jeez.
Fishfan Link is pocket modding. Would it be pocket modding? They don't have pockets. It'd be auto banning.
Yeah, I don't know, something like that. I don't know, sometimes Google does that already if you say something like really bad or maybe not even necessarily like really bad, just what they deem really bad. Oh, so I remember showing last week about how my cat had torn up that little hibiscus plant, and I was just gonna be like, well, maybe I can. We'll see what it looks like in the morning after I put it in the water.
Yeah.
Well, the next day, all the side leaves and stuff, the bigger leaves had died, but the little bitty ones on top were still fine. So it's still going in the water. And if I can get the camera to focus, you can kind of see little bitty
Aw.
roots on there, little nubs.
Yeah.
So
It's coming back.
yeah, it's pretty much, doing what I needed to do up in the window. And here in the next, probably next week or something like that, I'll actually put it into a little like planter with dirt and then let it go.
How much is that dog in
Kitties
the window?
be causing plant trauma. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Sometimes I
god.
find little tooth marks on some of these pothos leaves, and it's like I know pothos are like apparently like toxic to like cats and dogs or something like that, but she's not eating it.
The Bradford Exchange has freaking cuckoo clocks. I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole.
Cuckoo clocks, huh?
They have cuckoo clocks. They have these. I'm looking under the Disney section right now,
Oh,
and
of
they have like these
course.
big Disney ones. They're pretty cool.
I'm sure they have one where like Cinderella and the prince come out doing some dancing thing as they swirl back
There's a
in.
Nightmare Before Christmas one. There's a Timeless Magic where I think it's like the what do they call that? The Fantastic Six or the, like Mickey, Minnie, Pluto.
Uh,
What do they
Kingdom
call them?
Hearts.
Well, no, but they Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, Daisy. It's like the Fantastic Six or something. They have like a name for them, but
I think you mentioned more than 6 people, but
yeah, I know. Probably someone in the chat will get it. Maybe Lady Rorschach. If Jenna was here, oh, we'll wait till Jenna gets here. She's probably
the
watching
only
right
thing
now.
I'm thinking of is the Sinister Six from Spider-Man. And there's even the Sinister Seven at one point, too.
Oh, they have a Star Wars Death Star diorama with
Star
7
Wars
classic.
Death Star diorama.
Yeah.
Wow.
With 7 classic scenes.
You with your online window shopping.
Oh my god, that's what I do. Oh my god. Well, we don't have a good mall anymore.
I know. But I passed a really cool looking mall today on my way back to like the depot from work. I was working down like Pacific Eureka area today. And on the way back up I passed what is it called? The something in Chesterfield or whatever. It's like a big like mall outdoor complex big thing or whatever. Like that looked really cool.
Yeah, I think
that was way down 64.
Yeah.
In like almost in Chesterfield, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I think I've heard mention of that. I've never actually been.
Yeah. But man, I love spending the day down in like Eureka and Pacific, driving through all those windy roads in the forests of Missouri. And It's just so great. And one of the customers today, she lived in an A-frame, and
Oh,
I've always been like fascinated by A-frames or whatever, and just always kind of wondered about what it was actually like living in one. And she was really cool. Like she was, I think she said she was a 68-year-old retired lady, and she bought the house in 2004. So she's been there for a good while now. But
right.
uh, but yeah, she actually she's like, well, come on in and take a look. And she didn't take me upstairs. She told me there's like two bedrooms upstairs, but I kind of looked, in the downstairs. The thing that was interesting is, you can't have wall art unless you're
Yeah.
putting it on the inner walls because
Mhm.
the outer walls are slanted.
Yep.
And it was really cool, but she had like a nice deck in the back, and apparently the driveway went all the way around and like underneath the deck, and there's actually a garage underneath the house, which is
Huh.
really sweet. So yeah, it's like, man, that's a pretty sweet gig that she has there.
That does sound really neat.
Yeah, man, I'd love to live out in that sort of area. And I was looking at all the houses for sale down there, and I'm just thinking, like, man, it'd be nice to move down there, but then I'd have a longer drive to work for sure.
Yeah. There's a
And
couple A-frames out by our lake house down in the Ozarks. Actually, you're at the
yeah,
top of our driveway. There's a nice looking A-frame.
nice. Yeah, I've just always thought A-frames were pretty cool. Especially there's these ones that have just like the whole front of the A-frame is just like a big window, pretty much. And it's just like
That's
that would be
cool.
cool.
That would be really cool. Lots of natural sunlight.
Yep. Yeah.
And have it in a not so like heavily dense populated area so you could actually have your windows uncovered without feeling like people
Exactly.
are looking in your house.
Not only does she have like that lot that has her A-frame on it, she owns 4 plots of forest around it.
Nice.
So
Yep.
yeah, she's living the dream.
She's got it. She's got what most people want. Yep.
Yep. The only thing she does not have is like good farmland.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of like kind of mountainy, woodsy area, which is great for, like hunting, just general protection, extra wildlife, and just hearing all the sounds of nature. Um, but yeah, she didn't really have anywhere to grow food.
Hmm.
But she was talking about how it'd be nice to kind of clear out some area, which yeah, if she could clear out some of the forest area, and
Yeah.
make some
She
farmland.
probably could. She's probably got some decent trees. I know there are people that you can sell those trees to that they'll come out and cut them down and buy them from you
Yeah.
for like furniture and stuff. Yeah.
Oh
One of
yeah,
my one of my
furniture.
customers he has land down in the Ozarks and yeah, he's got a bunch of black walnut trees. And yeah, every now and then he'll tell that company, "Oh yeah, you can go down there and you can have like whatever 5 trees you want."
Hmm. Nice,
Yep.
nice. Yeah, I would love to move out to an area like that.
Mhm.
Just have roughly like 10 acres, 15 acres, maybe.
That'd be
Most of it be forest, but have like 3 to 4 acres of like open area and living space and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be the best. Looks like Annette's here with Mystery Snail Guardians.
Annette,
And Scotty Aquati is here.
Scotty
Haven't seen you in a while,
Aquati.
Scotty. Good to see you. I saw another article earlier this week. I think I saw this one on Friday. I'm pretty sure everybody has already heard about this, and if you haven't, well, here you go. Lolita, an orca that has been kept in Florida for over 50 years, actually like 57 years, I believe, is going to be released into captivity in the next 2 years, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
She's been in the Miami Seaquarium, it looks like. And what's interesting about releasing orcas and stuff into captivity, apparently, I was listening to something about it, is that since they live so long, um, they can actually remember a lot of different things and adapt and all that stuff, and they're super intelligent to where releasing them into the wild is actually kind of easier than releasing a lot of other sorts of animals. Like apparently they're actually kind of welcome back into the pack or whatever pretty easily.
I was about to ask that. Like, wait, don't they need a pod? And can they be
Yeah,
introduced
they
into
can
a new
be they're
pod?
welcome back into the pod pretty easily.
Oh.
And I that's what I heard at least. And so it's like that's really cool because I mean I guess yeah, like those pack animals and stuff, like I don't know. Really, you can't. I don't think you can just release a wolf back into the wild or something like that. And so,
Right. I actually just saw a TikTok about apparently humpback whales and orcas have beef with each other. Like for generations orcas had been like harassing humpback whales or whatever, so now humpback
yeah,
whales have learned to hate orcas and purposefully will actually protect whatever prey orcas are like currently hunting. Like they listen for the hunting sounds that orcas
yeah,
make and they will purposely go find their prey and protect them
huh,
just so the orcas can't eat them, and then they will chase the orcas. I think the TikTok said like up to 6 hours, just relentlessly harassing them until they finally
wow,
go away. I'm like, dang, hell hath no fury like a humpback scorned.
man.
I was just like, damn, that's so funny.
Apparently, one of the most dangerous creatures out there is actually like the sperm whale.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
I mean, not only are they absolutely incredible in their ability to hold their breath for like literally ever because they hunt in like the deepest depths of the ocean, hunting like giant squid and stuff like that. And the proof is on the scars of the sperm whales because the reason they
Mhm.
get all the scars is from the spikes of the giant squid,
Mhm.
and they're very territorial apparently too.
Oh, Annette says she's mad at my mom. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go grab a thing to show you why. Hold on.
I'm mad at Gina's mom.
It's a trap!
It's so quiet. Do. Greetings, fish fam. If you're having a good time, do not forget to hit that like button, fish fam. Show you're having a good time by hitting that like button, fish fam.
So, okay, I'm back. Oh, sorry. There we go.
So that's the
So,
bot.
yeah. So my mom doesn't listen to me when I tell her how to wash my printed t-shirts.
Oh
So
no.
my Mystery Snail Guardian t-shirt, the wings are starting to
Oh
peel. Yeah.
no.
So I could probably still get like a couple more uses out of it, but like
Couldn't you I don't know, take an iron to it
I
and
asked Annette, I was like, it's starting to peel. Is there some way to fix it? And she goes, no, sad face. I was like,
oh,
no. Yeah, even here it's starting to peel.
Well, you know
on
what
the
does
inside.
work? Super glue and duct tape.
Hot glue. Maybe I should try hot glue. I feel like super glue, doesn't super glue and cotton like not mix? Don't they like melt and get hot?
I don't know. I think it's polyester, not cotton. Natural cotton is good, but that polyester stuff is basically the same exact thing that super glue is.
Yeah, this is 100% cotton. So,
Yeah.
special cloth glue?
Tacky glue?
Ooh,
Oh, yeah, the cloth tacky glue stuff. It wouldn't be,
Huh? Yeah, Nathan says super glue reacts with cotton. It gets hot and it'll burn
cotton.
you.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
I would think it would be like the polyester fake stuff, not like the natural good old.
Yeah, because they say like when you're fragging and stuff and you're using the super glue, if you get some on your fingers, don't wipe it on paper towels because that's cotton and it will burn you. Like, not good. The heat from the dryer likely melted the adhesive on the vinyl. Yep. There's fabric glue, but I've never tried it. Maybe I'll try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. None of them have fallen off. So yeah, if I can find a glue, yeah, because some of the letters are starting to peel up. Yeah, so I haven't lost anything off of it. Nothing's fallen off. So if I can find glue and if it'll work, it's salvageable, and then I'll never have my mom touch it again.
Yeah.
Let me look up the brand I have. Yes.
So using
please, Lady
super
Road
glue
Chat.
and cotton is a great way to adhere things together, but don't touch it because it creates a lot of heat.
No touching.
Yeah, that is interesting. Because that's more or less what people use to connect rocks and different things.
I was just about to say,
I think those filters, which I guess it's not cotton, that's like fiberglass and some other stuff, but still, you see it smoke, whenever they do that. So
yeah, I was just about to say, I think Shelby from the Garden of Eden has talked about that, and I think Grant has said, the insides of cigarette filters is what they use because it's a nice dense and
And you can buy cigarette filters for rolling yourself super cheap in bulk.
Yep. But yeah, I was very sad. I was like, Annette, please. She's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's nothing. I was like, all right. Well, I was about to message her again and be like, all right, how much for another t-shirt?
Well, I mean, so these Teespring shirts are great, for a while, but it's got a few more washes before this starts falling apart.
Yeah.
And as long as I don't have an itchy chest and start scratching up here, this will stay fine for a little bit.
I have a t-shirt that is all worn across my chest because of my seatbelt in my car. Right in the middle is where it's rubbing off. And I'm like, it's because of my seatbelt. No.
Yep.
So, in the wintertime, it's fine because I'll have a jacket on over it. So the seatbelt won't, cause any friction. But summertime, I have to be more careful about which ones I wear.
Yeah. I have kind of sensitive skin or whatever, and I've just always sort of dealt with it. Just always been an itchy person. So
yeah.
I just, my shirt that's the my fish is better than your fish.
Mm-hmm.
That decal is halfway gone.
Aww. So yeah, speaking of sensitive, so I have a little. Oh my gosh. There. I have a little scrape right here. And it's funny because my coworker saw it and he goes, "What happened? What'd you do?" I'm like, that's actually from salt creep from on top of the tanks. If we leave little water droplets from catching fish and it dries and leaves little salt crystals, it's actually a scrape from that, from me scrubbing algae." And he goes, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah. Salt crystals dry in a square, like a cube, so they have sharp edges. So yeah, it's just from me going down the line, scrubbing algae and rubbing up against it and scrapes it. If it's a big enough chunk of salt crystal, it'll scratch me."
Especially I'm a delicate if you kind of left it there, not fully scraped it away, and it's caked on and kind of gotten stronger by not being fully cleaned off?
Yeah, I'm not talking about like a fresh water droplet. I mean like a water droplet from like 5 hours ago that is
Yeah.
dried. But I'm like, shut up, Frank. I'm a delicate flower.
Yeah, I finally noticed a little bit of salt creep on this 40-gallon breeder. Just a tiny little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have put in my asymmetrical earrings for you just to bug you. No, it hurts. Like my other headphones. So I don't normally use these headphones because they're a little tighter on my head. I actually use. Oh, Jolene, come here. I have a little. I have a mannequin head that I've named Jolene. She holds my headphones. But yeah, so these ones are the ones I usually wear because they're softer, so they don't push my glasses into my head, and they don't squeeze as tight. But I had to lower these because of my earrings, because I don't usually wear earrings very often. So when I do wear them all day at work, my earlobes get sore. So I had to drop these a little bit lower so they weren't right on my earlobes.
See, I always wear earrings, but ever since I've been wearing headphones, you guys can't see my cool gauges, you know.
I haven't put my gauges back in like 2 weeks, and now my ears have closed up a little bit. So now I need a new stretch kit to stretch them back out again. But yeah, this is Jolene. I painted her face, and I put old fake eyelashes on her that I was like, I probably should throw these away now because they're old. But yeah, that's Jolene.
Yeah, you've introduced us before.
Oh, have I? Okay. Where did I get the mannequin head? I think Amazon.
You could probably find it at a party store too.
Or a wig store, maybe.
That's where I found that white mask for my latest parody song.
Yeah.
It was just a big solid white mask. They had a mask in every color, pretty much. You know, all colors of the rainbow. So I grabbed 2 white ones. I grabbed 2 of them just in case I messed up when I was like cutting the shape or whatever.
Yeah. I did a fabulous job. Thank you, Lady Bush.
I also thought about maybe wearing 2 different masks to kind of be multiple people, but I was just like, I don't know. The guitar part in this one is just like really repetitive and just the same thing over and over. So I'm just gonna throw the guitar and bass out of it this time yeah. I have a glass head bust that I thoroughly enjoy. I enjoy head bust too. I mean, but it is not the best for photographing headbands that I have been making. I will have to look into getting another. Yeah, I'm sure
is
glasses
it
are great for
reflects?
photographing because it.
Yeah, does it reflect the light and everything? Yeah. But yeah, maybe beauty stores, like especially like African ones that have a lot of wigs, they might have, because you need like wig holders. You need things to put your wigs on whenever they dry so that they hold their shape.
Just walk into your local weave store.
Yeah.
And ask them for a mannequin.
I'm
sure they have one.
Do you have heads? I need a head.
I mean, I'm sure I could walk down the street to the weave store.
Which one?
Exactly.
I can think of at least 6 beauty stores off the top of my head right now. There's probably more.
But probably the one that we would actually like really find the mannequin would be the one that I'm thinking of over in what is that? Chambers and New Orleans Ferry.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of them I was thinking of. Or across the street from Target on Lindbergh.
Yeah.
That one probably has it.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
That is a big one, yeah.
I've never actually been in there. I keep meaning to go in there. Just because I want to see what they have.
When I lived in Hazelwood about a decade ago, I always wanted to go to the Tam Tam African cuisine that was at the corner of Patterson and Lindbergh.
Yeah.
And I never ended up actually going. And then when I moved out here to Florissant, a few years ago, it was closed.
It is closed, yeah.
But now there was, then they opened another one. It was the House of Jollof, which I thought sounded really weird. Like, that doesn't sound like West African to me. But apparently, jollof is a rice dish, kind of like jambalaya or whatever, but it's a West African rice dish. And so
Oh.
House of Jollof is like, it's like,
It's like
the
House of
same.
Gumbo or
Right, right.
House
Or,
of Rice or something. Yeah.
yeah, like, yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Rice kitchen or rice house.
Right. Oh man, it just made me think of like Pearl Cafe, and I don't know why, but it brought up Pearl Cafe. And now I want Thai food.
Pearl Cafe is good.
It's so good.
And they have like over 80 different types of beer to choose from.
They do. They have craft beer there. Oh, it's so crazy.
Yeah. It is really crazy. I love that place. I
Remember
haven't
when
been
I
there
was
in forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say back when I was taking sign language at the local community college. Some of us night crew classmate or night class classmates would go either between classes or before classes. We would meet up. It was fun.
Nice. Yeah.
Like, all right, we have an hour. Let's go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
I ordered the see, the one time that I went, like, I ordered the I think it was the red curry dish, and I thought it was good, but it wasn't like necessarily what I was thinking it was gonna be. Like, I was expecting a lot more, like, I don't know, like spice and flavor and heat.
They might have profiled you a bit and like was like, oh no. I think you have to ask for certain levels of spiciness, and they'll do it for you.
Well, even so, it didn't even seem like it had that much like sauce at all, if I remember.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. I don't think it was. Maybe I ordered the wrong curry dish or something. I don't know, but it just wasn't like at all what I was like thinking it was going to be.
I think if I'm remembering right, I think the different like colors of curry are supposed to like just be traditionally different levels of spice. I don't know what the order is, like red curry versus green curry versus yellow curry.
Green curry is the weakest. Red is up there. I think yellow is like the hottest or whatever.
Yeah.
If I'm pretty sure, but it's just the different like flavor palettes of the curry too.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I actually have some of those like super hot like curry like cubes or whatever from Japan. One of my customers gave it to me. I haven't made anything with it yet, but one of these days I'm gonna just get like a packet of ramen and put one of those in there instead of the flavor packet.
You can make a stew and put that in there.
Make a stew as well. Yeah. That's what it's really for. You're supposed to like make like a whole like stew with vegetables and noodles and add so much water and then add so many cubes based off of however much stew you have. But it's like I'm a child. I don't like vegetables. So
you like potatoes, don't you? That counts.
Yeah, but I don't like potatoes in like a stew form.
Oh.
I prefer potatoes in like French fry tater tot form or like mashed potato form.
Oh, okay.
I can do like scalloped potatoes with cheese, stuff like that.
I haven't had that in forever.
Yeah. That's my grandfather made it delicious. Is scalloped potatoes, and he threw like eggs and ham and all this stuff in there and made like a whole like breakfast casserole dish when he took me and my brother out to Yellowstone. And I remember sitting there. He made it on like a little fire on like the grill and stuff too, and it was so good. I remember sitting there on the back of the truck. We were sitting on like the bed and looking out into this field, and there was a bunch of little prairie dogs like popping their head up and going down and running around because it was early in the morning. We had just woken up at the rest stop. I think it was probably by the time we were finished cooking and sitting there eating, it was probably like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's too early. Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, when you're sleeping in a truck, you can only sleep so long before you're just
That is
like,
true.
all right, the sun's out. I'm not getting any more sleep. Let's go.
That is true.
And my grandfather, was determined to get us out to Yellowstone as quickly as possible too. So I think we got out there in let's see. Yeah, we got out there in 3 days.
Nice.
So the first day, I think we made it all the way to Des Moines. What is that? Not was it Idaho? I think it was in Idaho, Des Moines, Idaho, and Idaho. I think. Ah, shit! I can't.
Now you gotta look it up.
Picture this up.
Now you gotta look it up.
I know. I can't. I gotta look at the map of the U.S. because my picture brain is not working right. I do not have a photographic memory at all. I have like a word type memory. Okay, so here we go. Not Idaho. No. So what? Shit. So we're Boise, Idaho. No, we didn't go to Boise. I guess it was in Wyoming. We made it into Wyoming on the first day. Man, I cannot remember how we traveled there. I know we stayed one night in like a dude ranch, and that was the first time I got to ride a horse, and it was really cool. I don't know if my grandfather set it up. I don't know if the people just heard what me and my brother were saying and just did it themselves. But I remember me and my brother, we were like, I don't know. I think we were like 10 and 12. And I was 12. He was 10. And we were talking about like what horses we wanted to ride and like what horses we liked. And my brother was always talking about how like his favorite horse was an Appaloosa, which is a horse that is like an orange colored body and like nice blonde mane. And I always liked the Pinto, which is the brown and white sort of blotchy one with like the brown mane that looks kind of like a cow. And sure enough, when we went to go do that horse ride, they brought an Appaloosa and a Pinto, and
that's funny.
And they just grabbed my brother and put him on the Appaloosa.
There you go.
And like, here I go, and I'm like, no freaking way.
Aw, that's cute.
So like I said, I don't know if my grandfather tried to pull some extra strings or whatever to make sure that happened after hearing us talk, or if they heard us talk, or if it just happened.
Right.
All I know is that like that trip was such a great trip with my grandfather.
Yeah.
And me and my brother, my grandfather was like the sweetest, kindest man ever. But there's one point that me and my brother finally broke him. And we made him like yell.
Uh-oh.
It's like, boys, that's enough. And we were like silent.
Oh no.
I am not going to disclose what we were doing.
Uh-oh.
Because it's pretty darn embarrassing, but boys will be boys. But yeah, let's just say we were talking some pretty gross stuff, and it just got to the point where he was just like not having it anymore. But after spending I think that was like day 5 or 6 with us, so it's it's understandable.
Yeah. But yeah.
But it was really cool too, because I believe on the way back. Oh no, that was the trip with my parents and my family that we ended up going up to North Dakota and into or South Dakota to see Mount Rushmore. But no, that was my parents. Yeah, Yellowstone was really, really cool. I saw grizzly bears and I saw grizzly bear cubs and then a moose and every single day I saw more bison than I thought was even like possible.
Aw.
And it's just like every single day it was even more bison. It's just like day one, this is the most bison I've ever seen in my entire life. Day two, again, this is the most bison I've ever seen in my entire life. Day
That's funny.
three, same exact thing. It's like it was crazy. I think the last day when we were kind of driving through and getting our way out of Yellowstone, we there was like bison just like walking like right next to the cars. It was really, really cool. And then there was 2 grizzly bear cubs that were right on the side of the road too. And yeah, we had to make sure not to get like too close to those guys.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because Mama Bear ain't gonna stop.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's where most,
Oh, hello.
like 95% of bear attacks come from is just people stumbling upon a mother bear with her cubs.
Hello. It's a puppy. It is my baby. I just
I got to
chapstick.
meet that dog the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, she forced her way out and onto the front porch and said hi to Danny.
Yep. And my Schwann's instincts were going in. I started reaching for my left pocket to see if I had any dog treats.
Dog treats. She doesn't need any more. My mom gives her enough.
Yeah.
I joke. Every time she comes over, she's like, "Have you given them treats yet?" I was like, "No, I don't need to. You're here now."
No.
If I gave her treats on top of you giving her treats, she would be so fat.
Yeah. So when I went over to your house again on Sunday, I have now basically pinpointed exactly where your house is.
Yep.
And I did it based off of customers that I have.
Am I on one of your routes?
Well,
you drive past my house.
What's funny is I literally drove right past your house the very next day on Monday.
Oh, that's funny.
And it's like, oh, Gina's at work. Because I could see that the van was gone. Yeah. But it's just like, wow, like she literally lives like 3 houses down from one of my customers.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, because I occasionally see. I guess it's you. You're the only North County driver, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I am the truck. If you see the truck, it's me.
It's you. Yeah. Nathan's dad used to always order Schwann years and years and years ago, and he was one street over. So they don't own the house anymore. It's sold to somebody else. But yeah, he used to order all the time.
Nice.
But yeah, that's funny. I'm on your route. So if I order something, it's not out of your way or anything.
No, not at all. Oh, and man, people are surprised at how far I get around or whatever too. Because I'll have like one customer in Hazelwood, and her daughter lives in like Florissant, but on like the Blackjack side of Florissant or whatever.
Baseball Schwann.
SCHWAN.
How was I thinking there was 2 A's?
Oh, because of Sean, or I don't know.
Because I'm silly.
I used to think there was 2 N's.
Straight to the deal section.
Yeah. Right now we got stuff that's 50% off, but we're almost out of all of it because it's going to be discontinued.
Oh.
Making way for new stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I try not to necessarily talk too much work when I'm outside of work, but man, our food is
Yep,
good.
tamales.
I don't think we have any of those left.
Oh yeah, it says sold out. Yeah. Sorry, I just got too excited. I
Yeah.
saw tamales.
I think the only thing in the 50% off section that we still have is the Redskin garlic mashed potatoes that come in the tray. And what else did I see?
It says everything else is still added. Lets me low availability on a lot of them, but it still says add to cart on all of them except for the tamales.
It's letting some people add stuff to the cart, but yeah, we really don't have much of that stuff left. I think I might have a few of those ice creams left.
Yeah, I was gonna say the white chocolate raspberry truffle ice cream looks good.
Yeah, that one is really good. That's one of my favorites.
Fruit
I haven't
cups.
ordered it in a while because I got super hooked on the sherbet. But yeah, when I first started with Schwann's, I was ordering like 2 of those pints a week.
Yep.
Because they were good. And I was eating a lot of ice cream and I gained a lot of weight.
Yeah, I know. Nathan took a video of me opening a package that I was expecting in the mail. And like I'm doing like my happy dance and stuff in it, and I went to watch it back and I'm like, oh my god, I've put on so much weight. I need to get back on my diet. I need to get back to exercising.
Yeah. I've been losing a little bit. I've been trying. I haven't been working out or anything like that, but I've been spending lots of time outside, which is what I like to do in the summertime and springtime and all that. So I've just been a whole lot more active, and I've been trying to eat a little bit less. But man, I spent so long just barely getting by and just eating the same cheap, nasty food all the time. And now that I've been eating really good food, it's just this stuff is so good, I just can't stop eating it. But now it's just wait a second, it's not going anywhere. You're not running out of food. I've always been on you're gonna run out of food. So now I'm not running out. It's I don't have to eat all the food.
Right. Bagel dogs with cheese. What?
Oh, those are really good.
What?
Because it's everything bagels with the hot dog and cheese inside.
It's literally like a corn dog, but it's a bagel dog.
Yeah. So what I like to do with those is I'll start it in the microwave so it's nice and soft. And then I'll take a pickle spear and I'll shove the whole pickle spear inside the bagel dog as well. And then I'll throw it into my air fryer to kind of crisp up the outside a little bit. And yeah, it's so good.
Why is the... Oh, okay. I was like, why is the chicken pot pie so expensive? Oh, it's a 4 count. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Oh, man. When I first started looking at some of those things, I was just like, wait a minute. These prices are, really high. But then it's you start looking at the amount that you get. And it's oh, okay. Well, yeah, I don't necessarily need to buy this much at once. But it does last you a while.
Yeah. I'm more looking for lunches for work.
Yeah. Our macaroni and cheese is amazing. It's the best thing ever. And the meatloaf is really good too. I really like the spaghetti.
Oh, I just got to the meatloaf. Yep.
The spaghetti is one of my favorites as well. I like to get our Italian meatballs and add them to the spaghetti as well. And here I am just talking food again.
We always
there
talk
like,
food.
I want spaghetti. Oh, yeah, my friends made some this Parmesan chicken with some like 5 cheese noodles or whatever. And they texted me while I was at work and like, hey, if you have enough time, between work and your stream, like stop by the house really quick. We made some really good food and we'll hook you up with a to-go box. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So I did that and I smashed a whole bunch before the stream. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Al, what sucks?
Al, what sucks? What's up? What's up? How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I work 5 days a week. That's 2 weeks worth.
What?
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 What? What are you shopping for now?
Don't worry about it.
You can't say it because Nathan's also watching the stream.
Now I can buy whatever I want. He's got no. It's my money. I do what I want.
Later, Lady Rochette. Enjoy your dinner.
Happy dinner.
I need to get working on Lady Rorschach's song. I haven't even done like anything. Ugh.
But yeah, what have I had new? I did a bunch of fragging today.
Oh yeah?
Went around and found, looking around at big colonies that are easy to frag. Because I still don't know. I was never shown how to do the bandsaw. And, so, yeah, so like, some acros. The main colony got so big that it was starting to shade itself, so just the tips of it were alive still. So I was just popping off the ends, making individual frags, and just things that have been sitting around for a long time. I'm like, okay, nobody's gonna buy this colony. Let's chop it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, some trumpet corals, some acros. There's something else that I'm not remembering. Oh, what started is because a customer asked to buy a single head of a hammer.
Oh
Hammer
yeah.
coral.
One single head.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, because it was a green splatter hammer, and those are $100 a head, and there was 3 heads on this branch, and he's like, I don't want to spend $300 on a single. I'm like, I gotcha, Frank. Can you take this to the bandsaw? So because they were too close together, I didn't feel comfortable trying to use the choppers to try to chop it, because the hammers are quite delicate. They're very porous, so it could just shatter and shatter right up to where the actual head is. So I was like, hey, can you take this to the bandsaw? So he did, and then that's just kind of what started it. I was like, well, I already got all the fragging stuff out. Let's just go ahead and frag other things. So
I'm sure you can in a way end up making more money off of frags too, because instead of selling one big coral for like $300-400, you can sell 5 pieces for $100 each and sell that same coral for $500.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sitting outside at the cabin in the gazebo, watching the stream on the big screen, drinking coffee. Al Wet Sox living the life. NB Reef. What's up, everyone?
Hi.
That's a new name for
That
me.
is a new name.
And they came in on your channel.
On my channel? Oh my gosh.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah. Well, they have
And
to because I
don't
turned on.
forget to hit that like button
I remembered to turn on subscribers only, so
on
gotcha.
both streams. Oh, yeah, that's right. That is right. We are on subscriber only. So they are subscribed. At least they have been for however long you said it.
I think it was only 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. I like to make them suffer for a solid 10 minutes.
Solid 10. No less.
Right. I'm sub already. Yep. I know. Yeah, chat delay. But yeah, we know. Monster Fish Gal. What's up, Lori? It's great to see you. It's been like long weeks working these Saturdays, but it's been nice getting that extra money.
Well, bam.
For 10 minutes. Yeah, it is set for 10 minutes. Are you saying you weren't subscribed, Lori? You had to wait 10 minutes? How dare you unsubscribe from me? How dare you? You're one of my OGs. But yeah, it has been nice to have the extra money. But yeah, once again, one day off tomorrow, then it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Again, sign up for another Saturday next week. And, okay, good. But next week, we are not going to have an episode of Fish and Friends.
We're not?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Because I have been, a friend of mine, it's her birthday.
Oh, okay.
And so she's throwing an ice cream birthday party.
That's amazing.
She ordered a bunch of ice cream from Schwann's, and she's basically setting up a sundae bar. Make your own sundae. So she's getting like all the toppings available. And knowing my friend, because she's a little insane, she's going to get all the toppings.
All the toppings. You
like,
know what's
if there's a topping available, she's going to get it.
I was just about to say, you know what's an underrated topping, and then I just remembered that I actually have it. Aldi actually had it last week. Close. Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles is really good too.
And I just remembered Aldi actually had Fruity Pebbles. I forgot that I have Fruity Pebbles. It's one of my favorite cereals.
When you add Fruity Pebbles, when you add a little bit of Fruity Pebbles to a vanilla ice cream, it more or less makes like a confetti ice cream, which is really good. But whenever I go to a frozen custard place, there's this place near where I grew up called Skeeter's. Now over here we have Fritz's and we have Doozles, but neither of them have what Skeeter's has. Whenever I go to Skeeter's, I always get a Gummy Bear and Nerds concrete.
Ooh.
So you get the crunch from the Nerds, you get the gummy from the Gummy Bears, and they're a little extra hard because they're, because of the ice cream too. And then that vanilla custard gets all this fruitiness to it afterwards, and so it's really, really good.
I've never had Gummy Bears. I've seen it on like the serve your own, like soft serve or frozen custard places, but I've never tried Gummy Bears on top. I'll have to try that. You know what I really like?
I've gotten Gummy Bears at Froyo before.
The popping pearls that you sometimes see, those are good.
In like the bobas?
Yeah. But you can get them at some frozen, like self-serve frozen custard places have them. And they're
I think
so
Froyo
good.
has those.
Yeah, Froyo has them. Oh, I love them. They have like mango ones. I forget what the pink ones are flavored as, but I don't think it's strawberry. Maybe. It could be raspberry or strawberry. But they're good. I love them.
Yeah. But there's just something about the frozen custard that they have over there at Skeeter's too, that it just goes with the Gummy Bears and the Nerds so much better. Because I've like I said, I've gotten the Gummy Bears at Froyo before, but while it was good, it just didn't quite get me like that Skeeter's one
Yeah.
does.
I've never had Nerds either. I bet that's really good.
Oh yeah. See, I started with Nerds. At
Mhm.
first I was like, oh, Nerds, like that sounds crazy. I want to
Amazing.
try that. And so I
Right.
got one, and it was the best thing ever. And then later down the road, I was just like, you know what? Let me go ahead and throw gummy bears in there too.
Because the gummy bears would make it like a Nerds rope.
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh, and it's just a rainbow explosion of flavor in your mouth, and I just
that sounds
freaking love it.
amazing. Nathan, we're gonna go get Froyo tomorrow.
Gummy rats.
Gummy rats.
Probably my favorite gummies right now, though, are the gummy butterflies that they have at Goki's.
Oh.
If you look over near their spice section, they have little candies and stuff.
Yeah.
And their little boxes of candies are so good. And
I
their
always try to
gummies,
be good.
their gummies, they have like so many different flavors too.
Yeah. I always try to be good and not buy candy. So if I am at Goki's and I see it, then I just go over to their the dried fruits, and I just get a dried fruit instead. I'm like, at least it's a little better, right? Probably not. But I think my brain tells me it is.
So speaking of, like, my brain tells me, and maybe one of my customers, I was over at her house taking care of her, and she was like, you know, do you like tea? I have these new like Lipton peach teas that are so good. Do you want one? I was like, no, thanks. Like, I don't like peach or whatever. But then, like, we just started kind of talking about stuff or whatever. And next thing I know, we're like looking at the ingredients of her tea and all that. And she's like, 25 grams of sugar and 25 grams of added sugar. I'm like, no, okay, so it's 25 grams of sugar total. And out of that 25 grams of sugar, it's 25 grams of added sugar. So there's no sugar in tea naturally. So all 25 grams are added sugar. She's like, oh, that just sure seems like a lot. And I was like, it is. And she's like, that's more or less like a soda. Yeah. Like, you might as well just be drinking soda. Yeah, those Lipton iced teas, they're really, really good. But it's sugar.
So much sugar. Yeah. Oh, so kind of well, it is off subject. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I was talking to a customer today, and how something brought it up, and I mentioned how I worked at Petco, and he goes, "Oh, you know what Petco did to me the other day?" I was like, "Oh, what happened?" And he's like, "They're charging 20 cents a bag." I was like, "Oh, they're starting that, huh?" And he kind of looked at me like, "You're not surprised?" I'm like, "Well, no, their headquarters is in San Diego, California, and I had heard rumors that they were talking about it." Yeah, so usually with Petco, if they don't like to regionalize policies because it gets complicated and messy. So if they want to make a change, they make it company wide, just to make it easier.
No, mind. No, Schwann's does regionalize stuff. But
they don't like to regionalize unless they have to. So like fish availability is regionalized because it's different state laws and stuff. But yeah, if there's some kind of policy, they like to generally just make it company wide. So I'm like, so yeah, because they are headquarters or is in California, that doesn't surprise me. He goes, they're trying to money grab, and I'm like, no, they're trying to encourage you to use reusable bags. That's what they're doing.
So is this just on the bags at the register? Or are they charging you for each fish bag or whatever too?
I didn't ask about that. I assume it's the t-shirt bags, the register bags. I think because 20 cents a bag.
That would be some major garbage. It's just like they're gonna eventually just get people to stop being able to even buy fish because they won't be able to use plastic containers to carry the fish. And it's like, what else are we gonna use? Like, I guess permanent coolers, and you have to like buy a cooler box or something. But coolers are made out of plastic too, so I don't know.
But it's reusable plastic.
Just the
Yeah,
bags
most
of the
stores up here in
medicine.
California charge for bags. Yeah, that's what I told them. I was like, most of the coastal area, like region, like they've been doing that for a couple years now.
Congratulations. We used to have plastic straws and paper containers. Now we have paper straws and plastic containers.
Yep, yep. But yeah, that's what I told them. I was like, no, they're not trying to grab your money. It's because they're trying to encourage you to go, uh,
Bagless.
bagless.
I never
Yeah,
use
or use
bags anyway
reusable
unless I
things.
absolutely have to.
Yeah. It's not a secret. I shop at Aldi. I love Aldi. We don't even
You just
get
carry a
boxes.
box?
No, we don't even use that. We just load it in the cart, and then the cashier puts it back in the change carts or whatever. We just throw it in the trunk. We separate it. Like we'll have cold stuff in this corner, and then we try to put the cans and the boxes in, and then the lights, the delicate stuff on top.
Yeah.
And then when we get home, we keep all the bags in the pantry, and then we grab 5 or 6 bags, and then we bag it all up because I just don't want to be out, and I don't want to touch the dirty counter, and I don't want to be around people anymore and hear all these kids running around. I'll just stand at my trunk and do it.
Yeah, one time when I went to Aldi, I bought 10, 15 items, and I didn't grab a cart, and I didn't buy any bags. So I just loaded up my arms, and I'm just walking out there with all this stuff, and I just put it in the passenger seat. And even though it's I'm saving a plastic bag or whatever, and it's just I'm just looking at all my groceries just sitting on my passenger seat, and I'm just this is not right.
Right. So the reason why we don't keep the bags in the vehicles, hello Silver Creek.
Silver Creek.
Because we don't always take the same vehicle grocery shopping. So we either have 5 or 6 bags that we keep in the pantry, or we would have to keep 5 or 6 bags in one vehicle and 5 or 6 bags in another vehicle. It's I don't need 10 bags. I am fine with my 5 or 6 in the pantry.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just works for us. That's just how we like to do it.
Yeah.
But we know we're gonna get a cart full of stuff, so we always grab a cart. So.
But if you want a good plastic bag, you can get one from Schwann's. And we don't charge for those plastic bags.
Not yet.
We also don't charge for those freezer bags either.
So, oh, really?
Yeah. And we got good freezer bags.
I saw that you can choose to have it sit on the porch in a freezer bag. I mean, what? Huh? What?
Yeah, even if it's 90 to 100 degrees plus, we can still put them out there and they'll be good for a few hours.
Yep.
I wouldn't even want to keep a bag out there if it was over 100 degrees though. Even though it would be fine for probably a few hours, there would probably be some areas where there would be a hot spot or something like that on there to where I would be listen, I don't want to leave this behind. I'm just call my customer and be when are you going to be home?
Yeah. Do you guys put ice packs in there or dry ice or what?
Yeah. So we have really, really, really good ice packs that stay frozen super long. Nice. And our trucks are negative 20 degrees too. So you got a better starting point.
Yeah. I released my quail into the bigger aviary that has the peacock. Ooh.
All right.
Quail.
All the babies, they're loose already. Wow.
They grow fast.
Yeah. I got to get my sister to send me a picture of her baby turkeys.
Oh, looks like Rico ended, so we should start flooding people in. People should start flooding in. Grammar. Had it died. Oh.
The peacock
not the babies,
died.
the adults. No, not the babies, the adults. I think he's saying the adult quails died, not the babies.
No, he released the adults that they had from where the bigger aviaries that the peacock was in because he had it and it died.
Oh, from the smoke. No.
Oh, no, this morning.
Oh, no.
the smoke. Were you near like a fire or something?
No, I think he's in Texas, but all the fires in Canada, I think, are going across the U.S. And I guess it's like swirling down into Texas. I don't know.
What?
Oh no. Yeah, I heard like New York was really bad.
Well, yeah, New York looks like it's freaking. It was like
Who
orange
else?
skies.
Who else was saying?
West Texas has fires too. Okay.
Oh, Texas has its
Oh
own fires.
man, that sucks.
Canada had fires and Texas was like, hold my beer. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't joke about it. I'm sorry.
Both are hitting you. That's crazy that Canada's getting all the way down to Texas, though.
Yeah. Chris is Aquazone. Hello, hello.
Well, no wonder it hasn't really rained for the last ever. Those wildfires are just burning up all the water.
Okay, Silver laughed at my joke. Okay, I was really worried that I made that joke in bad taste. Okay, he's laughing. I didn't offend him. Okay.
He's no snowflake. What's up, Nano?
Hello, hello.
Congratulations on winning that packable contest.
Yeah.
I haven't been a very good Fish Fam member. I haven't been paying attention. I didn't even know there was a year 2 contest going on. Not that I would have entered anyway.
I didn't know till like a week before it was supposed to end, and I'm like, well, okay.
But man, that aquascape, like, I know it's not like just about the aquascape. It also has to do with like the exterior lighting and the photography. But that picture that he shared, like the entry picture that you put in, oh my goodness, the perspective of that, with where you go from the big sticks to the smaller sticks to the even smaller one, looking like little trees and stuff. Absolutely phenomenal, with the little shadows and the light coming in the back. Like,
Linda Worth, hello. Amisa?
Absolutely amazing. Amisa's here. Hello. And Linda Worth.
Over 400 fires burning up here now. Oh. Damn.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning till the world would turn.
Have you heard the parody song of that? We didn't start the flame war. Remember Flame Wars back before like being canceled, like early like chat room internet? It was called like a flame war.
Is that like where people would like yell at each other in chat?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty much.
I don't think I've ever heard that terminology before, but I am familiar with chat arguments.
Yeah. Oh, so I think I don't remember what day. Was it Thursday? I don't remember what day it was, but Nathan was sleeping when I came home from work and Nathan was already asleep, and I kind of like hopped on the bed and kind of like fell on him, and I was like, haha, I glomped you IRL, and he goes, what? I was like, I glomped you. I gave you a glomp. And he's like, what are you saying? I was like, this is early 2000s chat room talk, and I'm aging myself. Cool.
Glomped?
Glomp. GLO. Glomp.
Glomp?
Glomp. Hold on. It's a very niche reference. Glomp.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a tackle hug. Yeah, I don't know. It was just okay, cool. Anyway,
I know what ASL is.
To glomp onto someone. Okay, Koro knows. Okay, cool. I'm not the only one. But yeah, it's
I've never heard that one.
It's like a tackle hug.
Like if you were gonna throw a starfish at them, they would make that sound, right? Clomp.
Oh, you say hi, Matt. But yeah, I'm only 27 and I know. Yep.
I don't know. Some of the like words that people use for sound effects are just like really, really funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had this friend when I was a little kid that lived down the street, and whenever he'd like make like the punch sound,
Mm-hmm.
he would like douche, douche. It's like what?
Yep.
And that was
Yep.
that was long before I even knew what that word was. Like I
Right.
had never even heard that word before. But even so, like it just sounded really funny to me. Like punching someone doesn't sound like douche.
Right. No, that's what it feels like. That's the sound of the feeling when you punch somebody.
I guess.
Onomatopoeias confuse Danny.
That's that powerful feeling that he has when he's punching somebody.
Yeah.
Douche.
It's like it's slow-mo. That's how it sounds in slow-mo.
Yeah.
Those lower registers that you don't normally hear.
Yeah.
I do that. I give sound effects to things I do at work, like beep, boop, 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 or like I just do some weird. And then Elena, my coworker, will look at me. She's like, "Is that what that sounds like?" Yes, that is what that sounds like, Elena. That is the sound that this action needed. Yes.
Oh, I can cover.
Yeah.
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh. Yep. Yep.
ASL. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. I remember ASL. Yep.
Yeah. I think I told this story once before, but yeah, I had met this girl in a like in a chat room or something like that, and we ended up starting to talk like outside of the chat room and just started talking like crazy on AOL Instant Messenger all the time. And next thing I know, after like a month or two of us doing that, if not longer, all of a sudden she's like, "I have to stop talking to you. My dad said I'm not allowed to talk to you anymore." And it's just like, it's like I understood it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. At the time, I didn't understand it because I was just like, "What? We're just two kids talking to each other, and like, we were online best friends."
Yeah.
And but I guess from an outside point of view, like that's a good father being protective of his daughter in the online world of chat rooms.
Yep.
So
because he didn't know if you were actually a kid or not, or
right, and so I get it. But yeah, in my eyes, like I lost my online best friend.
Oh, yeah. Matt actually answering.
Wait, can we even ask that anymore? Or will we get canceled?
Well, I guess technically it's really not that different from asking you what your pronouns are. So yeah, it could still be seen as politically correct.
Well, it should be APL though.
Yeah.
Age, pronouns,
location, right? Wait, no, 13. Wait, no, 25. And in the mood. Oh my god, and in the mood. Oh. Nah, F that noise.
No, yeah, I agree with you, but I just thought it would be funny to controversy.
Yep. Controversy. Get woke.
So, speaking of the whole like get woke thing or whatever, so this whole thing with Bud Light is just kind of funny.
Is that still going on?
Well, so it's double-sided, and that's why it's so funny, because it started with the conservatives being like, screw this, we're not going to be with this company that we've supported forever as the greatest American beer company because they put, Dylan Mulvaney as like the front person in a commercial.
Yeah.
And then because of the, conservatives being like the main, like, consumer of Bud Light, because Bud Light's like that American beer or whatever, like the stocks and everything just tanked when they started doing that. And then Bud Light panicked and they fired that lady that headed the whole thing. They dropped the commercial and deleted it or whatever with the Dylan Mulvaney commercial thing or whatever, and more or less apologized for even doing it in the first place.
Oh, I didn't
Which
realize
then
they pulled
pissed off the
everything.
Alphabet people.
Right.
So now the Alphabet people are like, they're against Bud Light.
Right.
So it's like Bud Light is literally making everybody hate them. And
Yeah,
now
they
there's like
shouldn't have pulled
nothing they
back.
can do.
They should know by now that if you do a marketing campaign, you should just stick with it. Like, yeah, if you try to pull it back, then you're going to piss off both sides.
Yep.
They should have known better.
And then if they bring it back, then they're just giving into the woke mob. If they don't give it back, they're pissing off the woke mob.
Yeah.
Plot twist. Dylan Mulvaney hacked the Anheuser-Busch servers and inserted his own, his, her, whatever pronoun they want to pursue. Okay, no, so
Yeah.
I think part of me almost thinks that he's like in on it. Like
Sorry,
it's a
I'm laughing at
joke.
Nano. They're talking about having a fish fam online dating, and they should add a relationship status to the fish fam link.
Yeah. There's no winning. Yeah, there's no winning with that.
No.
Legacy hobbyist, what's up?
Melvin, hello.
He was here earlier. I think we just forgot to say hi.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
I
probably
thought
shopping.
he was here earlier. Maybe not. Oh no, it was another person that had a logo similar to it. I don't know who I saw earlier. Whatever. Skip it. A theater act on. Yeah, I mean, now apparently she's a lesbian.
Oh.
So instead of just being a straight dude, he's a lesbian woman, and it's like now. And I used to always joke about how it's like I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body, and it's like nowadays that joke just people might take me serious,
right? Companies should know better than to screw around in that world. Yeah. Or like I said, just if you're gonna stick with a certain marketing campaign, just stick with it, even if you get backlash. Because if you try to like backpedal, it's gonna make it worse.
Yep. Acts as in he's a puppet.
Yeah.
Puppet, maybe. I don't know. I think it's just all a big fun thing to him, and it just got like way out of hand.
He's surfing the attention wave.
Because it's like, it's not even like, I don't know. Like, he's making fun of women. Like, the very first thing, he's like, day one of being a woman. I cried 3 times about nothing. And it's just like that. That's making fun of women. Like, you can't. He's putting on woman face. People have too much time to think now. Yeah. Stuff is way too easy nowadays where people can just complain about everything. We are way too privileged. All of us.
And some people just seek attention, whether that be positive or negative, and he might just be one of those people that just wants attention in any kind of way. So make controversy because he knows he'll get attention for it. So
yeah, and it's like, it's the whole like clickbait thing or whatever. You hate it, but it is what it is. And gosh, apparently, like you can there's certain things that you can do in certain hashtags that your video might not even be related to that hashtag, but because that hashtag is like famous, it gets your video out there. Gosh, I've been flipping through these YouTube shorts. I've been finding so many hidden like porn, more or
Oh,
less.
yeah.
Like where they're saying like hashtag famous dance, hashtag whatever, but then like the image is like a blurred out thing of like a dude pulling the girl's pants down or whatever, and like a blurry link to like an OnlyFans page or something like that. And it's just like, that's just crazy. And it's like, I know I'm not the only person that's getting these sort of things just popping in, because it's not like I'm looking for that stuff. Anytime something like that pops up, I'm always like, don't recommend this channel and all these things like that. But it's like, no matter how many times I can try to control my own algorithm, the algorithm itself still pushes stupid teenage girl dances and all these crazy things, and you just can't get away from it.
Hello, Crown Tail.
It's literally like just pushed out there.
Yeah.
You'll see like 3 or 4 videos of stuff that you actually are into, and then all of a sudden they'll throw a random video out there of just like whatever's popular or something, I guess. But I don't even know if this stuff is popular. A lot of the time they just like put this stuff into like your news feed to where it like auto plays, and that autoplay, even if it only goes for like 2 seconds, it counts as a view. And so that's how all these things get like millions of views, because it's literally there in the autoplay. People aren't watching stuff necessarily that much, but I mean, sometimes they are.
My newest addition to my algorithm on TikTok is customer states. So it's like auto mechanic stuff. Customer states that every time he turns right on his ATV, it turns off, and then it shows them turning the handle to the right, and it's literally because of the big chunky keychain on the key, it turns off the ignition.
Oh yeah,
like, oh my god.
I've seen that sort of stuff.
Customer
before.
states there is no spare tire, and they show like the back hatch is open, and then he lifts up the thing, be like, "Yep, no spare tire." Well, I guess they were right. They close the window, and then they go to close the door. It's a Jeep. The spare tire is on the back tailgate. It's like, yep, I guess he's right. No spare tire, clunk, and then spare tires right there. It's like, oh my god.
I love that sort of stuff. I haven't seen any in a little bit, but there's this guy that I've seen several times of, he's like a mechanic tradesman or whatever, and he like rates these tool hacks, and he's just like, all right, so we're like chopping a screwdriver in half and putting it on a hammer, and it's like, all right, we already have tools for that. Like, I guess that's for people that don't have $5 to run down to the Hobby Lobby.
Right. I think the biggest one is what do they call it? Like if you're putting like flooring in or making like a like tiles, and you need to know like around a door frame or something, like the exact measurements.
Oh yeah,
like,
they
like
love
a guide,
to throw all
a guide,
those
like
in.
an edge guide or something. He's like, yeah, it's an edge guide. They make those. Like,
yeah,
that's already a thing.
Yeah. Scuba Squad.
Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve. Oh. Good to see you, Scuba Steve. Hope all your fish are doing well. When I Google what does fish smell like, Google takes it as an innuendo. I know, right? A naughty algorithm.
Naughty algorithm.
I mean, is it so hard to look for blue waffles?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I've been trying so hard to find a good recipe for blue waffles, and all I end up with is this other stuff.
Irony is my favorite type of comedy. Yeah, exactly. It's been oh my god. There's this one mechanic I follow on TikTok, and it said like customer states he's bringing his vehicle into the shop for this and only wants this looked at. They put his I think it was a car. I don't even think it was a truck. They put it on the lift. He literally put bundles of razor wire all along the undercarriage of his car so that nobody could work on anything else on his car besides the one thing he brought it in for. I was like, oh my God. That is so extra.
The tow truck being towed, the gas truck running out. My favorite one that I've seen is the Tesla running out of electricity on the side of the road where they have to tow in a diesel generator to tow to charge the Tesla.
I seen one where a guy went to help a guy in a Tesla that was on the side of the road, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I just need like 2 gallons of gas." He goes, "Well, I mean, I have a spare two. What do you need gas for? It's a Tesla." He opens the trunk, and he keeps a gas generator in his trunk for his Tesla. I'm like, what? He goes, "The generator is Honda brand. Like you could have just bought a Honda. Like what? Are you like what?" Oh my God. Well, how long do you gotta have it charged for? In order, he's like, oh, probably like 15 minutes, and then I can get to the nearest gas station. He goes, you mean a charge site? He goes, no, the gas station. He goes, it's a Tesla. Like, why did you even get a Tesla? Why did you even get a Tesla?
Well, because in theory, eventually there will be charging stations all over the place.
Yeah.
There might not be any charging stations where he lives right now, and so that's why he has to use the diesel generator. But
Steven!
Howdy, I'm so late. Well, it's okay to be late when Rico's going, I guess.
Scuba Steve just sent me a message on Discord. He got a chocolate chip starfish. Now, Scuba Steve, did someone at the pet store tell you that that's not reef safe? I hope someone didn't dupe you. I hope they told you that chocolate chip
They will
starfish.
eat all your little invertebrates.
They'll eat your inverts. They will eat soft polyps. Somebody should have told you that that's not reef safe.
Yeah. There's a lot of starfish that are, but not
Any
the
of them?
chocolate starfish.
Most of the starfish that have those bumps on the top like a chocolate chip are usually not reef safe.
Yeah.
Somebody duped you.
In theory, you should have bought that car in the future.
In
exactly.
the future, yep.
Exactly. In theory.
I didn't buy him, but I'll figure something out. Oh, okay.
So
you're welcome.
You said you haven't planted those blackberry or the black raspberries yet.
No, they're still doing okay. I check on them every day.
Okay, I mean,
they're not wilting.
Honestly, like I just put them in those pots like right before I brought them over to you, so
right.
It's fine for them to be in there for a little bit to kind of conform to what they're at now before you put them in the ground. Did you eat the free samples?
I did. They were good. I thought you said that the white one was like unripe or something, but I ate it and I was like, that's even sweeter than the other ones.
Those were the golden raspberries.
Oh, they're good.
So I gave you 2 black raspberry plants, but I have a nice little golden raspberry little area as well. I didn't get any runners of that one yet, so.
Well, when you do, I will take one of those too, because that was good.
Oh yeah, those golden ones, those are my favorite raspberries. Like, so did you see kind of what I mean about how it's like raspberry with like a little bit of like extra, like almost kind of an apricot type taste? Oh,
yeah, they're good.
So good.
They're good.
So good.
Scuba Steve, I don't remember. Do you have a sump on that tank, or is it an all-in-one? I don't remember. But even if it's an all-in-one, my friend has an all-in-one. She has a Harlequin shrimp. She actually keeps her chocolate chip stars in the back, like some part of her all-in-one. So, you might be able to keep them back there.
He didn't buy them, so he just rescued them from somebody else.
Yeah. I've been picking blackberries for a few weeks now. Yeah, all this stuff is cart before the horse. Yep.
Count your chickens before they hatch.
I can put them in the sump. Yes, put them in the sump.
I've been picking blackberries for a week. So see, I haven't had any blackberries yet. My blackberries are the flowers have dropped and they are fruiting, but they are not. None of them are ripe yet. But my black raspberries have had several ripe for the last week or so. The golden raspberries too. I picked a blueberry the other day. I didn't have that much blueberries this year.
Aww.
Only 2 out of my 7 bushes produced anything, and out of if I were to go and count all the blueberries that are on the bushes right now, there's probably only 30 to 40 blueberries. Like that's just really not that many.
Scooby Steve said my cousin bought him for me today while I was at work. Yeah.
Yep.
They mean well. We really don't. We try our best not to sell people.
Yeah, put him in the sump. He'll be happy there.
Yeah, you can put him in the sump. And he'll eat the detritus and stuff that builds up in the sump. So.
How do you feel about growing blueberries? What's zoning you in with them? I have lots of issues growing them. I know they're heavy nitric feeders, but still. Yeah, and that's probably what some of my issue was, is I added a bunch of like extra like mulch and stuff on top, which might have like starved the nitrates a little bit and stuff. I don't know. I do like growing blueberries. I definitely noticed they just in general the bushes just grow so much slower than like everything else. That could be just because I'm not giving them enough fertilizer, I guess. I just kind of don't really think about them that much. It's like whenever they're there and they're growing. But yeah, they're definitely not as easy and prolific as like raspberries and blackberries and strawberries and stuff like that. Now my gooseberry bush is doing pretty good this year. None of them are ripe yet. They're still really, really firm. I'm gonna try and let them go a little bit extra because since they're golden gooseberries, you can't just like look at them and be like, okay, those are ripe, because they look the same when they're small as they do when they're big. They just get bigger, but eventually, like what it says is, they're ripe when they start to like soften up. And so like last year was my first year actually getting any gooseberries. So like as soon as I started to get like any sort of squeeze on them, I'm like, okay, they're ready. Let me eat them, But they were always like still like really firm. And so I'm going to try and let them go a little bit extra this year. And
do you have a lot of clay in your soil? I don't think so. We have some clay, but not a lot.
Our soil, at least here what I have in my yard, it's fairly well mixed. When I get deep, it is pretty, it's a little higher in clay. Like I noticed, when I was digging out my pond, once I got down to like 3 foot into the ground, like that's when I could actually start to see like red marbling in the dark dirt, and like it was like, hey, there's clay and iron and all that stuff in there. But no, in general, our soil is pretty well mixed here in Missouri.
Yeah.
Or at least where I am in Missouri. I guess it could be different in different areas.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Yeah, what else have I been? I just got a new binder for Pokemon cards. I got my 4th Pokemon card binder. Dang nice. We are solid clay 1 inch below the grass line. Yeah, I know that in the south there's a lot of clay down there.
Yeah, so all that really deep stuff that was like that irony clay dark stuff, I took that and I added it into my main garden plot area. And I figured, well, I guess now at this point in the year, my pond liner has been over it for so long now that I'm not going to use any of that for gardening this year. So it's just more or less composting within itself, and it'll be all ready to go for next year. I may even add a little bit more stuff to it next year and really get that going well. But that whole area, I want to turn that into kind of my witch garden area. I still got all those seeds that I wanted to get out there. That it was now it's definitely too late to go putting these seeds out there. All that stuff is flowering now in this point in the season, so
yeah,
I have to basically dig out trenches and bring new topsoil and compost to mix with it. Yeah. Well, that's what you got chickens for.
Yes.
How many Pokemon cards do you have, Gina?
Do you want me to just go get my binders? I have three case big zipper binders, 3-inch binders. And I just got my fourth one today. But I have them separated by set. Well, okay, not my first binder, because that's been back when I collected to actually play. So I actually have them separated by Pokemon. So I have all my Bulbasaurs and then my Venusaurs or my Ivysaurs and my Venusaurs, and I went through the Pokedex for that binder. But since I started seriously collecting about a year and a half ago, I've started collecting them or separating them by set. So my red and blue binders have the different sets, and yeah, they're both full. And now the new Scarlet and Violet sets are coming out. That's what the black binder is going to start putting that set or those collections of those sets into that binder.
Interesting.
I have a lot. I can go get them.
See, I have a whole lot of Magic the Gathering cards.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the same amount, if not more, of Magic the Gathering cards. And I have them separated not only by color, but also by card type, and then alphabetically by mana amount. So,
do you enjoy sorting the cards, or is it more of I have to do this because that's how my
tedious. It was tedious, and I didn't really enjoy it so much, but it's just I don't know. After a while, I kind of just got in a groove, and I did it. But now that I did all that, it's I've gotten some new cards that I'm not using in any sort of deck, and instead of adding them to the binder, they're just staying out of the binder because I would have to completely redo the entire binder pretty much.
That's how I don't want to deal with my green binder because it's just so many generations and so many different sets. I think at one point I tried separating them, and I was like, there is nowhere near even 20% of a set in these, so I'm not even gonna bother separating them.
Later, Richard.
Night, Richard. But yeah, in my newer ones, in my red and my blue binder, they're all separated. I have an app on my phone that actually categorizes them by set and actually has them in order, so I just kind of follow that list, and I can keep track of it. So if I ever go to V-Stock and stuff, vintage stock, I don't have to take my binders. Because I can never remember out of these 20 different sets what I'm missing. So I have the app so I can go through and be like, oh, hey, do I have this one? Let's scroll down and see. Oh, I don't have that one. Cool. Pull that one out and set it aside, and I'll buy that one.
Nice.
Because one time, whenever I was early collecting for playing, I would go to V-Stock with my friend, and I had to bring that green binder with me to be like, do you have this Bulbasaur? And I'm like, I don't know, let's look. I had to flip through, and I had to tell them this is my binder, I brought this, because they have binders for their more expensive cards.
Right. Yep, I used to go
this
to
is my binder
when they had that at St. Louis Mills.
Yep.
And check all the different binders for the Magic cards and stuff like that.
Yep. Nathan actually just saw a video of a card that apparently is worth a lot, a Magic the Gathering card, and he's like, wait, I think I have that card, but apparently he didn't have the first edition of it, the black border, or whatever they do in the first print. White border. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't have the white border. So he's like, "Dang, I don't have the expensive one." I was like, "Dang.
What is
What's
your
my
rarest card?
rarest?" It'd probably have to be something out of the green binder. I am not sure. Um, I do have at least one Charizard of the um newest set, but not one of the super fancy Charizards. Let's see. Sword and Shield. Um, Nothing too crazy. I mean, I do have a couple rainbows, but and a couple golds, but none of like the big chase ones.
Yeah, that's it. I don't even know, like, as far as Magic the Gathering, I don't even know what sort of, like, the rarest cards that I have. I think probably one of the rarest cards that I would have would be it's an Urborg Siphon Mage that's holographic, and more or less it turns all my land is both whatever land it already is and a swamp.
Mm-hmm. Silver says later y'all got a Call of Duty tourney and got to stomp some 13-year-old kids and teach them who's boss. Go get
Yeah.
them.
Oh
Go get
man.
them.
So one of the funny things that's been popping up on my little shorts when I've been scrolling through, there's this one guy that I guess is like a Twitch streamer or something like that. But one of the things that he likes to do is he'll put on like a voice changer,
I think
and
I know who you're talking
he'll
about.
talk like he's like a 10-year-old kid. And he'll like be trolling these people and like Mom, give me my pizza rolls.
Yeah, right. Oh,
I'm
I
10
think he
and
actually.
a half.
I think he recently partnered with another Twitch streamer who pretends to be his mom, who's
Nice.
also playing. It's
That's
so
great.
funny.
It's so funny because it's just like you wouldn't know. Like, and I've played with some little kids before, and it's just hilarious,
Yeah.
playing with some of these kids. And I used to be that kid at one point too, man.
What was that sound? Are you smoking the ya? Like everybody loses it. Like or the Zaza. That's
Mom,
what it is.
I got a tea.
Right. Are you smoking the Zaza? Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh yeah. Or like people will say something and he'll like act like he doesn't understand what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, I just teabagged him. What's teabagging?
What's teabag mean?
It's when you beat them really good or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I just teabagged all these guys.
It's so funny. So funny.
Oh yeah. So yeah, some of those things that the algorithm throws at me, it's kind of funny, and I don't necessarily mind it. But yeah, just keep the dancing teenage girls away.
Yeah. Luckily I don't have any more of that on my TikTok, but every now and then it'll pop up, but not too often. I think they're also I don't know if they're just not as popular as they used to be, because a lot of my regular bigger TikTokers used to go in on, also participate in those, but I don't really see them do too much anymore. So I'm like, maybe it's just phasing out.
I don't know. I guess maybe. And it's possible that a lot of these videos that are popping in on my shorts too are like relatively old even,
Yeah.
Because I don't know when these trends were popular.
Right. A month is old in, internet world.
Right. Oh gosh. Yeah, everybody with their 10-second long memories. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, getting back to Scuba Steve and his cousin buying him stuff. So we actually had that, what was that, like 2 or 3 weeks ago now? A lady came in and she's like, "Oh, hey, so this is our friend from out of town, and we want to buy our really close friend a fish for his fish tank, and we're kind of thinking this or this, and it's fish that are like, if you put this in a reef tank, you're gonna ruin this reef tank. Like, this one fish could destroy his whole tank. So we're just like, you can get him a gift card." We really recommend you get him a gift card.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they meant well, and it took a lot of explaining to be like, if you don't understand, like, you could really mess up his whole tank. They're
Yep.
like, well, no, I'm texting him now, and he says he wants this, and I'm like, okay, I'll allow you to pick 2 fish, and just know that there is no returns on these fish, like no money back. Like if it ends up not being what he wants, he can return it, he can bring them back to us, but there's gonna be no money back given, like all sales final.
Yep.
And the guy came back later. He's like, I actually really appreciate that you took the time to like try to explain that to it. His tank was fine. Nothing was ruined. It actually they fit in well with his tank. But he's like, I do. They were complaining the whole time, but I do appreciate what you were trying to do and trying to
Yeah.
protect my tank. And I'm like, you're welcome, because I've had that happen in the past.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And gosh, yeah, so many people have made videos on that about like
yeah,
what to get a fish keeper for Christmas or whatever.
a gift
Don't
card.
get them fish
No, a gift card. Either food.
because
Yeah.
you might buy them something that's really, really pretty, but they just might not have a tank for it.
Yeah.
Or, it might destroy their tank or whatever else. Like, you don't know.
They mean well, and I know that they really want to get you a gift,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, oh man, please don't. Gift cards, food, uh, tank supplies, so like filter media and all that stuff, so
Yeah.
that they don't have to buy it. They can use that money that they would put towards a fish. Like,
Now, see,
yeah.
what might have helped the situation was if, like, they came in and were like, so our friend is like, he really loves his fish tank and he's been looking for, some different fish to add to it. And he gave us a list of fish that he's looking for and that would go with his tank.
Right.
Can you help us find one of these fish that we can buy for him?
That would be
would have
different.
been different and a lot better, because you don't want to surprise somebody with a fish, because you might think that you're just doing the greatest thing to them. You found the prettiest fish ever. You got such a great deal on it and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And you're like, your friend is going to love it because you've never seen anything like this before. So your friend is just going to absolutely love it. And then you bring it to your friend and your friend is a guppy breeder and you just brought him the world's most beautiful African cichlid.
Yeah.
And what is he going to do with it?
Or a goldfish. Yeah.
Or a goldfish or whatever. But what is he going to do with it? Like, nothing.
If I ever buy my father-in-law and Nathan's dad things for his tank, it's usually hermit crabs and snails. Because you always need more hermit crabs and snails. Like, you always need cleanup crew.
Yeah.
But I also know what's in his tank, so.
Yeah. I mean, if I had, like, like, I don't know, just a simple reef tank or whatever, inverts and things like that. If you got me a cool shrimp or something like that, that more or less isn't going to influence anything. Like, that's cool,
Or you come with that person and you go, hey, I'm going to buy your fish this time for your birthday. Go have at.
There you go. Yeah, that's what you do. You take them to the fish store.
Yeah.
And be like, what do you want?
You're right.
I will buy it.
Pick 1 or 2 fish. I will buy them for you.
Yep.
Then that way you get the experience that you gave them a fish, but you didn't buy them a gift card. Like, it's a little bit more interactive than a gift card.
I think sometimes people go a little bit too crazy when it comes to giving gifts. Everybody wants to, surprise everybody, but there's nothing wrong at all with having them involved with the gift giving process. Like,
I've done that with my sister. 1 year for her birthday, we were planning on going to Fast Eddie's, so I took her to Target and I was like, "Let's go put your birthday outfit together, and I'm buying it for you." And she was like, "Heck yeah!" It was so much fun.
See there, that's a great idea.
Yep.
That's a fantastic idea.
She was so cute that night.
Yep.
They
Or
just
like
fine.
if you have like a gardener friend or whatever, like you might want to go buy them this cool plant or something like that, but they might not actually have the knowledge of that plant or want that plant or say they don't have, or say you don't really know much about plants and you're like, oh, my friend loves pumpkins, let me go buy them a pumpkin plant. Like, little do you know, like, one pumpkin plant can take up like this whole room, if not more. Like, they spread out like crazy. So like,
And aren't
it'd
they
be
needy
better.
too? Like the vines they put off, aren't they not supposed to be like touching the ground? Aren't they supposed to like hover?
Oh, no, they can touch the ground.
Thought I heard something weird
So
that
when
you have
it
to
comes
do.
to pumpkins, watermelons, cucumbers, things like that, you can move them when they're small, but once the vine has like touched the ground and is like there, like, you can't move it or else it'll die.
Maybe that's what it was that I saw. Yeah.
But then also, like, pumpkins, like, their leaves are like, the size of your head, and also they're huge. So
Yep.
the bad fish thing happened to me, and the new fish eat all my fish.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, so when I like a year ago or whatever, I had set up this really cool scape on a 5.5 gallon tank for a betta fish. I ended up putting a king betta in there because Petco had these really cool king bettas.
They would come in super cool.
Well, this one, it didn't even look that cool when I first got it, and then after having it for like 3 months, its colors changed completely. But so I set up this really cool scape, and I took a picture of it. And, the perspective of the picture, like, you couldn't necessarily tell that it was like a 5.5 gallon tank. But on the other hand, looking at the plants for reference, you could tell that it wasn't like an extravagantly like big tank or anything like that. And I had a friend of mine, because I was still on Facebook at the time, and I had posted it on Facebook. He commented on it. It's like, all right, that's a sweet looking tank. Now go get some piranhas for it. And I'm just like, it's a 5.5 gallon tank. I couldn't even fit one piranha in there. And he's just like, well, they only grow to the size of their tank or whatever.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah, exactly. He had no idea anything at all. But it's like, but even so, it's like, I'm not a piranha guy at all. Some people are, some people aren't. I look at a piranha and I just see an ugly looking silver fish that literally just sits there and doesn't do anything until you like throw another fish in there. Yeah. And then they go crazy for a little bit, and then that's it. And after you've seen it once or twice, it's just like, okay, that's it. It's really no different than any other feeding frenzy. Watching your cichlids go after pellets, watching your mollies go after flake food, whatever. It's the same thing. It's fish going all over the place. Oh my God, there's food.
Yeah.
I think you don't want to put it in the ground for pest control. Certain thing. Like cucumbers, you want to try to grow vertical because, pests and stuff.
Pests.
Pumpkins and watermelon, you can't grow vertical like that. They're too heavy. Unless you have like those like miniature melons and you got a really, really strong trellis. But yep, Vinaski Fish Kodo is coming in.
Vinoski.
And he just moved into the sump. Good.
You're welcome.
Because we are 5 minutes over.
Are we? Oh my God, it's already that time.
I know.
Oh my God.
I know. It's ridiculous. Anyway, guys, it's been a fun one.
Yes.
I talked about a couple articles, and we talked about a lot of different things mainly
Yeah.
food, like we always do.
Like we always do.
I should change it from fish and friends to food and friends.
Food and friends. Fish and
Food
food.
and fish or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, reminder: no show next week. I have a birthday party, but we should be back again on the 24th.
I don't know. Maybe I'll stream anyway. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Because I did stream without Gina that one time.
Yeah. Well, I think a couple times, but yeah. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right, everybody. See you in a couple weeks. So
Bye.
long and thanks for the fish.